All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back, and thanks for watching. We're back out at the car this weekend. I cleaned up a little bit. I set the hood back on. I set the hatch on just to kind of give myself enough room right here because I'm going to open up the door. We're going to be working inside today. You know what? Let me close this a little bit. It's super windy outside. It's kind of cold. I've got the heaters going, obviously. But like I said, we're going to work inside today. We're going to get the carpet kit vacuumed out, cleaned up, the roll cage out. I'm going to start massaging the carpet into its final location. I'm going to put the side clips on. I got to get some of the mess inside cleaned up. It's looking horrible, and I don't really like working in a mess. So we're going to spend a lot of today cleaning and getting stuff ready. I'm not going to probably paint anything today because it's so windy and cold. I might later on this afternoon if it gets a little warmer and I can seal it up in here and get a couple of things coated. Nothing major. I'm talking about like the end caps for the side skirt. We didn't paint those yet. I might take the valve cover off of the motor and get that painted up. I do need to give the bumper a once over and paint it up. We got some white, some light colors right in here. So we're going to kind of work on that a little bit. Maybe. What we are definitely going to do is clean. I'm going to clean a lot. I'm going to clean the inside of the car. I'm going to wipe it all down, clean the door panels, clean the carpet. The center console might go in today, the forged carbon one, if we can get the dashboard in and all the wire harnesses in and everything else. I'm going to try and get this thing going. I'm not going to spend any money this weekend on the car. No primers, paints, anything for the subframe. I need to get this car rolling. I need to get up a couple of grand real quick and get this car rolling and cleaned up the best I can and shoot 2 more coats on the car as quickly as I can. That being said, it's not going to all happen this weekend. I have no enthusiasm for that. We're gonna start this weekend. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be eating rice and beans because I want to get the livery on this thing, and we need to get it down to San Diego to Modern Image to do that. I want to do that before we clear coat the car, because once we clear coat the car, if we clear coat the car and then put the vinyls on, 3 years, maybe 4, they're going to be all shot out, cracked up, looking like crap. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the car another 2 coats, make sure it's all sanded down, pristine, all nice and smooth, ready for the clear coat. And then we're going to put the livery on. Modern Image is going to put the livery on. So after that, then I can clear coat it. After the clear is on top of the livery, it'll protect it. Maybe 7 to 10 years instead of 3 to 4 years. So we're going to try and do this the best we can, obviously trying to protect the graphics kit that we put on. Obviously clear coat, ceramic coat, everything wax, everything you put on top to keep the car immaculate is going to help protect the vinyls, the paint, everything is going to be tits. So that's the plan. But like I said, if we get into painting later, I don't know that we will, but if we do, I'm going to do small stuff like the side skirt end caps, maybe the door trims, they could use another coat, maybe the bumper. I'm not going to hit the car itself. It's looking really good. I know it looks a little dark right now, but once you put the light on it, it really brightens up. And if the sun hits it, oh my gosh, it is bright. I love it. So I'm excited. I'm going to try and, like I said, I'm going to try and work inside. There's nowhere to really get a camera in there. And you guys, I'm just going to be cleaning, installing bracketry. Obviously, when I get to putting in the dashboard itself, I'll catch a quick time lapse if I think it looks good or whatever. Trying to get the video a little bit more interesting. If we put in the e-brake and the center console and some of the forged carbon, then maybe I'll get some time lapses of that or some video and speed it up a little bit. I don't really like time lapses that much. I like taking video and then speeding it up because I can splice the video and slow it back down and work with volumes and music and stuff. But anyways, that was way off in left field. We're going to try and get this car rolling, clean, the carpet kit in. I'm going to pull out the roll cage, start massaging in the carpet kit, put in the little clips that hold the sides down. I'm going to try and work on the inside today, and maybe if we get really far in there, start putting some subframes up underneath of it. Like I said, I'm not going to go too hog wild with it because we still have to paint another 2 coats, and I don't want to put a whole bunch of parts on and then have to worry about taping them off or overspray or anything like that. But we're going to get into that today. I'm hoping on getting a very productive day today. I think it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll probably work until, I don't know, 11, 12 tonight. So we've got probably about 10 or 11 hours to work on the car to get it all nice and clean and start putting it back together. I'm pretty excited. I have got a huge mess in here. I might post a picture right here. But it's a mess. I've got a lot of cleaning and organizing to do before we can even think about taking this car down to Modern Image, because it looks like crap right now and I don't like that. So we're going to get it all cleaned up and we'll start to get into jamming on it. So I cleaned up a little bit in here. I've still got to mount all the computer and everything and the bracketry back in there. I have a whole bunch of brackets that I need to figure out where they go. But first, when we start, I'm going to start back here. I'm going to start putting the brackets down and tucking the carpet up underneath. Make sure that it's all nice and where it needs to be. I already cut open this. It's a lot easier than when I pulled out the factory one, it was all cut in. I wasn't going to cut it. I was just going to make one piece. But with all the holes and everything where all the stuff needs to line up, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to cut it like the factory one was. It's not going to matter much because I've got a really badass center console that covers all this stuff anyway. Alright, so now I heard of a trick. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to try it. So, in theory, somebody had told me, I don't remember who it was, if you heat up a screwdriver and you poke it through the carpet, it'll singe through the material and the backing, and it'll also like cauterize it to where it doesn't fray and everything. So I was cutting out the seat brackets and the holes and I was cutting everything out with a razor blade. Obviously these back seat clips, I'm not worried about those are way too big, by the way, but I'm not really worried about that because we're not going with the back seat. We're going to have a nice shelf, speaker box covered plywood, so I can mount the air ride system and the maybe the amplifier and the nitrous tanks and stuff like that. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and try poking a hole for the main brackets right there. I'm working on this side. It's kind of hard. Over here, it's this bracket right here. I tucked the carpet up underneath it. We're going to try it on this side, and if it works, I'll go work on that side, and hopefully catch a good video of that. But I got a little propane torch that I'm going to heat up the screwdriver with and try and poke a hole for the little 10mm bolt. Cheapy screwdriver. I'm not too worried about it. It's not like a snap-on or anything like that, Craftsman. It's just a little cheapy. So I'm going to heat it up a little bit and try and poke a hole through this. Try not to burn the place down. Doesn't feel like I got much gas in here, so we'll try and hurry up and hopefully get a little bit done. Okay, well, I think I got the holes. Let's try and squeeze in, see how it looks. More so I can see. Oh yeah, the holes are nice. That worked out well. Went right through the front and the backing. The problem is with the carpet under there, this is going to be a little bit harder to get the little tiny screws to, because the carpet's so thick. Be kind of hard to get them into the holes enough to bite. I can feel the screw go right through that. That's awesome. And there went that. That was awesome. Oh. That worked. That worked very well. Wow. Oh, that's gonna look good. That'll keep the carpet down underneath everything, and it'll keep it tight here. So once I get the center, I'll massage it, bring it back this way. If I have to, I've got the heat gun, I can heat it up, but I don't think I will. It's pretty pliable. There's a little plastic here that this goes over. Then I'll trim this up once I get the clips. Then it kind of like that, and the clips keep it perfectly in place. But I have to attach the clips to the carpet with like a stapler or something like that. And my stapler doesn't like move them around, so I have to staple it and then use a pair of needle nose to bend the staple. But that worked really well, so I'll get on that side and hopefully you guys can see around me. Maybe I'll switch to the small tripod, but that worked really well. Okay, it looks like you guys will be able to see. I'm not 100% sure, but so what I'm working on here is I've loosened this bracket. It was already attached down right there. I've loosened it, pulled it loose. I've loosened this up. I'm going to tuck everything underneath, but this bracket right here I've already got bolted down. So I'm going to take the two little 10mm out of down here, and that gives the bracket just a little bit of play so that I can scoop the carpet up underneath of it. You know, the other side gave me a little bit more room, but I'll be able to manage. So make sure that the carpet's where it needs to be, right here, up underneath there. sure it's all down flat. And in theory, I'm going to use the screwdriver to kind of feel where the holes are, and I think they're right there. So if I hold that right there, I'll be able to heat this up real quick. And then just kind of poke the hole there. Yeah, I can feel the hole there. So that worked. It literally is just burning a hole right through the carpet and the sound deadening pad underneath. I didn't know about this. This is my second or third carpet kit that I put in the car. Mind you, this is the first real nice one. I put a couple of times I've put regular house carpet in my semi trucks just to kind of keep it nice and everything. But yeah, so in theory, that went all the way through, and we can start putting the bolts back in. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. That's not the hole. Where is the hole? That's not the hole. Where is the hole? Oh, that's the hole. It's just got a little bit of air around it. I'm showing my age here. I remember Eddie Murphy. You got a shoehorn or some shit, baby? Oh, I crack myself up. Younger generation probably won't get that unless you've seen Raw or Delirious. What the heck? Screws are really short. I can see the hole. It's there. It's just these are really really short. What in the hell? Let's see if I've got a longer one that I can just kind of grab it and pull it to it, then I'll pull it out and all those are the same size. This one looks maybe a little longer. Just barely. They're pretty much the same size. That one's a little long. Try this one. Alright, I'll get the short ones in. We Shit, those might be too short altogether. Let's see if I have another long one. I got plenty of 10mm bolts. I mean, this car was loaded down well. This one's too long. One of these in. Call it a day. But the holes are there. Real nice. This one's just too short. I'm going to try this long one. This is not the one that goes here, but it's not the one that goes, well, it's not the one that went there, but it's definitely the one that goes there now. So yeah, that trick worked. It was pretty good. I like it. I'm pretty excited that that worked out, because once I do all the brackets, that carpet kit's going to be nice and held down. It's not going to move. It's going to be awesome. Alright, what's happening, everybody? So, yesterday I started doing the dashboard, the wire harnesses, installing the computer and everything that goes up underneath the dash. That was a pain in the butt. That took me all day, and I'm still not done. It's storming real bad outside. The wind's blowing it the wrong way, so it's coming in the garage. I've got a little bit of a flood going on a little bit here, if you guys can see. I was going to try and do the subframes today, but obviously I can't get underneath the car without getting wet. So we're going to continue on the dashboard. I've got everything on the driver's side is not done yet. I've got to plug in the harness that goes out of the fender and up into the engine bay. I've got to make a few connections and mount the fuse box and everything over there. But I was getting really tired of being up underneath the dashboard and in weird configurations, all twisted up, upside down, working. So I decided that I was going to add some of the carbon fiber. I did get the AC vents put in. I got the little fog light switch put in over on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. I got the e-brake installed and all mounted up, and everything looks really good. So I decided I was going to put on this really awesome airbag delete tray, and yeah, I'm excited. I hope that this is catching a glare off the lights or something. It's got the purple Kevlar all the way through it, along with all of the interior carbon is forged with purple Kevlar. I have mostly just regular carbon fiber on the outside of the car, except for the wiper cowl cover. I wanted to break it up a little bit. I was planning on doing a couple of other little pieces in forged carbon, but I ended up not. So I've got all regular carbon on the outside except for the wiper cowl. That's going to be forged carbon. I really like the way it looks. Everything is immaculate. But we're going to go ahead and try and get this installed right. Well, we're not going to try. We're going to go ahead and install this. I've already wiped down and wax and grease removed around the. So when I put the dashboard in, I took some Meguiar's Restore Shine or whatever, and kind of like cleaned everything real good, and then sprayed that on, let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I wiped it all down and made it all nice. The dashboard was really, really dry. It was really, really dirty. It was just sitting over here on the side when we were sanding the car and everything. So I cleaned it up and got it all squared away. And then, so I just took the wax and grease remover and kind of went around everywhere where we're going to mount this. There's no mounting tabs on this like the airbag, so it's mounted with just double-sided tape. So I cleaned it up really good, stuck some double-sided tape on it, and now we're gonna go ahead and stick it in there. It looks really awesome. I'm really happy with it. The fitment, I've seen other people say the fitment isn't good. Man, mine fits great. It's awesome. Obviously, the double-sided tape and this big ring, it doesn't like slide into the dash. It's meant to go over and hide the hole where the airbag was. Let me turn off this auto face tracker here, and I'll see if I can't get you guys in the. If it's still on. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can't get you guys in the door here and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So, obviously, I'm not done yet. I've got quite a bit of stuff to connect over in that area over there. But this is the hole that I was talking about, and as you can see, it's dull right here and shiny over here. That's because I took that oil and or wax and grease remover, and let me see if I can do this. There we go. Alright, so I cleaned it all up, got it all ready to put this on. Obviously it's not a tough install because, well, all you got to do is just mock it up and make sure you got it in the correct orientation, and then peel off the sticky tape and stick it. But this is where it goes, and like I said, everybody was like, oh, the fitment's not great, it's not great. Well, man, I'm pretty sure mine's just about perfect. I don't know, maybe they had it on upside down. I don't think you could put it upside down because it makes a big gap here, but everything's touching all the way around. I mean, besides the double-sided tape area, you know, I got a little bit of lift, but except for right down here, I mean, the flat piece that the dashboard is curved right here, I think it fits perfect. I think Carbonetics did 100% on that. Maybe they were trying to mount it all the way down. I don't know, I see a little gap here, but if you just take your time and get it where it needs it to be, look at that. That's perfect fitment. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just install this real quick. If it's not perfect, it's not a huge deal. I don't think I will have to be pulling this off. I don't think I'll have to be pulling out the dashboard ever again. Hopefully, ever again. That was that's like my least favorite thing to do is install a dash. It's horrible. There is 100 million screws all over the place, little nuts and bolts, and there's an order that you have to do things. So there was a couple of times where I put in a wire harness and then I had to disconnect the wire harness to get another bolt in or something, you know. And it's awesome, but it sucks. But it's awesome now, is what I was trying to say. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of mount this up, make sure it's all nice, perfect, and then stick it down. Fitment's not great. Bullshit. It looks great. I love it. And it's where it's at. Sticky tape, double-sided tape. Not the best for putting stuff on, but you know what? It'll work. I wish it had tabs underneath because there is brackets down here to bolt the airbag to. But man, I am digging it. It looks really good. Well, it's kind of not very bright in there, so I'm hoping we're catching a glare, but the airbag delete is in. The AC bezel right there is all in. The e-brake cable's in, and then way over there, the fog light switch is also forged carbon. So we got quite a bit of forged carbon going on in here. I'm gonna try and get some racing seats to go in it here pretty soon. I'm jazzed. There's a couple of wires hanging down there in the corner. That's where I need to mount and start clipping in all the wire harnesses for the fuse box. But other than that, I've got a couple of more things to do, like mount this I don't even know what it is. It's a bracket for the airbag computer. And I obviously eliminated all the airbags and everything, so I got rid of all of the wire harnesses all the way back to the fuse box. I got rid of I got rid of everything. As you can blatantly see, there's no yellow wires anywhere. But I'm gonna mount this, and I've got one more little bracket right here to mount. And then I think we're gonna try and mock up and see how the center console fits in there. I mean, I've already had it in, just sitting there. It looks, oh my god, it looks awesome. But I want to make sure that it mounts up to here perfectly and goes down. It kind of was weird because it was sitting on top of this shifter. I'm not using that shifter. I'm going to probably get a ratchet shifter. It's an automatic. So, I mean, I would prefer an automatic, obviously, for my son. But that shifter is $19.99, and it's just doesn't look good. It's got a little bit of overspray on it. It's kind of beat up a little bit. So I'm gonna try and get like a Hertz ratchet shifter or something a little bit pistol grip, something a little more cool looking. But if I do that, I'll probably have to mock up or design some sort of like leather shift boot or something like that that comes up and kind of goes around kind of covers up the big hole in the console. But speaking of cover up, I'm gonna put this back on to protect the e-brake so it doesn't get all scratched up. And then we'll continue over there. I just wanted to come on real quick and let you guys know what I was doing. I'm not getting a whole bunch of video or time lapse because literally you wouldn't be able to see anything. I'm on my back, all tucked up underneath the dash and trying to connect stuff, and it's a real pain in the butt. And there's no really good camera angle, so you guys wouldn't even really be able to see what I've been doing. So if we get into the well, I can't really do subframes, so I guess we won't be getting into that. All right, so anyway, like I was saying, there's a whole bunch of water right here, so I won't be doing subframes today. I wanted to get this one out, get it mocked up side by side with the other one. I've got Josh at NDD did send me some arms, control arms and whatnot for the subframes. I don't know what's in that box. It's just a whole bunch of arms and heim joints. Nothing's put together. There's nothing. There's no boots. There's no steering yoke. There's a lot of shit still missing. I still don't have any of the poly bushings or anything like that to like lessen the vibration. I think there's a set of bushings that go in between the frame and the car to kind of soften the vibration a little bit. But anyways, Josh was super late with that shit. I was waiting forever. So I contacted Paul Volk with Volk Metalcraft, and I bought all of the arms and all of the everything for the rear subframe. So I've got two sets. I've got the NDD white, not very pretty, but then I've got some really awesome Volk Metalcraft trailing arms and control arms and everything back there. It all is very pretty, but I don't know if it fits because this is an NDD frame. I ordered a Volk frame when I decided that I wasn't gonna go with NDD, and I kind of threatened him to pull my money back, and he started sending me stuff. But I got it in. I got most of the parts. I still need tie rod ends and steering yokes and poly bushings and a whole bunch of other stuff. It seems like he's just nickeling and diming me, feeding me a couple of parts here and there. And I should have had all this stuff last May. He said, "Oh yeah, in the middle of May you'll get it." Well, that was last year. It's May now. So it's been over a year that I ordered this stuff and been doling me out piece by piece. This is ridiculous. I'm so fed up with him. But I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm going to go ahead and start connecting the dashboard. And if we get a little time and I can dry up this puddle, I might take out the rear subframe and try and mock it up. I do have to, I'm going to mount the Sparco gas door. I need to, when I take down the subframe, I need to take out the fuel neck, the fuel filler neck, and mock that up. And I think I need to take off the top piece where the little flapper is so I can connect it to the fuel funnel that connects to the nice Sparco fuel door that we got. I've got to get this car back on its wheels and rolling so I can get it on a trailer and get it down to modern image. That's my main goal, is to get the livery on this car. And in order to do that, we need to get the subframes in, wheels on it. I need to get it rolling and steering. Even if I have to scrap the idea of putting the tubular subframes in, if I can just get the stock subframes back in, that means I can steer and roll it. And of course, that means that I still can't do anything with the tubular subframes, which I'm getting really irritated at. But that might be the plan, just to get everything all rolling and badass. That way I can get it down there and they can hook it up for us.